2nd, 2025. The time is 6:30, and I would like to call this regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Adjustment to order. May I have a roll call, please?
Palacios.
Present.
Skillern. Rodriguez.
Present.
Spina.
Present.
Item number 1, annual elections. The board will now consider nominations for the annual elections of chair and vice chair.
Good evening, board members. Melissa McCollum, Chief Development Officer. Since this is the first time a Board of Adjustment has met since, and honestly, our chair, our previous chair, resigned from the commission, it's now time to elect a new chairperson and vice chairperson in case that person is not available. So kind of how elections will go. Board Member Rodriguez, if you wouldn't mind, you can open up the nominations for the chairperson, and then you can choose to recommend either or any of you for that, as well as for, and then take votes on the chairperson role, and then you would do the same thing for the vice chairperson role.
Okay. Does anybody want to be the chair?
I'd like to nominate Mr. Rodriguez, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. What about, do we have nominations for the vice chair?
If no one else wants it, I'm okay with taking it.
And is this Robert, and what's your last name?
Robert Skillern, so it's Skillern.
I'll second.
I can third.
Okay, congratulations. We elect,
We need to actually take a vote. All in favor, say aye, please.
I would say if you wanted to combine. Sorry, I was going to say if you wanted to combine those, the motion could be to elect Commissioner Rodriguez as chair and Commissioner Skillern as vice chair, and then take a vote on all of those who are in favor of that.
okay. So let's go ahead and take a vote for,
I'd like to make a motion to elect Mr. Rodriguez as the chair and Mr. Skiller as the vice chair.
Second the motion.
Third.
okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All those opposed?
Okay. Congratulations to Mr. Rodriguez as chair and Skiller as vice chair.
Thank you.
Okay. Item 2, approval of minutes. The board will now consider approval of the meeting minutes from the July 22nd, 2024 Board of Adjustment meeting. We need a motion and a second to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion by member, Patricia Palacios, by member Palacios, and second by member Skiller. Any discussions?
Nay.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Now, item 3, citizen comment period. The Board of Adjustment welcome comments from the citizens early in the agenda. A speaker may address any agenda items or other matters concerning city business and must observe the 3 minutes time limit. So nobody? Okay. Thank you to all who provided comments. There's nobody. But okay. Next item is item number 4. Consider possible action. The board will consider approval of the resolution for a variance from section 53-33 pursuant to section 53-1198H1 to reduce required setbacks in the M-2 zoning district for property located at 104 Castillo Street. In this case, number BOA-25-0019, submitted by Eva Calderon. This item includes a public hearing. I now open the public hearing. So nothing. So it was nobody. So I now close the public hearing. Staff, do we have a presentation for this item?
Yes, Kayla Sharp, Senior Planner. So tonight we have a setback variance request for a property located at 104 Castillo Street. This is in the M2 Manufactured Home Subdivision Zoning District. And then it's just off of West Center Street, kind of across from Wallace Middle School in that general area. Just a little bit of history on this. The applicant applied for a building permit for a manufactured home back in January of this year, which is allowed per the zoning. During the plan review, it was determined by staff that the home would not be able to meet the minimum required setbacks of the M2 zoning district, which is why we're here tonight. A little bit more history. The property was platted back in 1968 prior to the city adopting its first zoning ordinance and applicable regulations. Therefore, the lot, when it was zoned later on to the M2 zoning district, did not meet the minimum lot area requirements of the zoning as it was an existing lot. Because of that, it does not meet the minimum lot area, and therefore it's extremely difficult for the setbacks to be met, since it does not also meet the minimum lot area. Typically, those lot areas are created in order to meet the minimum setback requirements. So those have not been able to be met. The setbacks required by code for this zoning district are 25 front, 25 back, and then 7 feet on each side. Their current plot plan that they've provided shows 24 feet in the front and 15 in the back. And then all side setbacks have been met. So here's their proposed plot plan. Like I said, 24 in the front, 15 in the back. It says 10 here. There is a 5-foot public utility easement, so it is a total of 15. And then 10 feet planned north and 25 feet planned south, even from the patio that they're proposing there. So this is the code section that outlines when the Board of Adjustment is able to grant variances. For yard and setback, the Board of Adjustment can permit a variance in the yard requirements of any district when there are unusual and practical difficulties or unnecessary hardship in the carrying out of these provisions due to an irregular shape of the lot, topography, or other conditions, provided that such variance will not significantly affect any adjoining property or the general welfare. So staff analysis, Staff has found the request to be valid pursuant to 53-1198. In our opinion, the hardship is that compliance with the required setbacks cannot reasonably accommodate the manufactured home. And then the property, like I said, was platted in 1968 before the city adopted zoning and applicable setbacks. And also just to point out, the variance will not negatively impact surrounding property owners. And then, of course, per state law, all property owners within 200 feet were notified of this variance request and given the opportunity to speak in favor or not in favor of this request. So, and we have not received any correspondence for that. So the staff recommendation tonight, we are recommending approval of the variance request with modifications, actually, to maintain the front setback. So they would maintain the 25 feet to keep it consistent with other homes on the street and within that zoning district in that area, and then to reduce the required setback for the property to 14 feet. We have a lot of other zoning districts that have rear setbacks of 10 or 15, so this isn't totally out of the norm for other areas within the city. So we would be proposing approval with modifications to maintain the 25 feet in the front and reduce 14 in the rear, and then no modifications to the side setbacks. So your options tonight are approve the request as proposed by the applicant, which is the 24 feet in the front and 15 rear setback. Approve with modifications, which is what staff is recommending, 25 feet in the front, 14 rear setback, or other modifications as deemed appropriate by the board, or you can deny the request. Any questions?
No.
None here.
I'm good.
Okay. So
Do we need a motion?
do we need? Do I need to list each option, and then we vote, or?
So you'll make a motion, whichever option you would like to choose. You would make a motion for that option.
I motion to approve what the staff recommends with the 25 and 15.
Not 25 and 14.
14. Sorry, with the 25, 14, right, what the city's recommending.
So option 2.
Option 2, yes.
Correct.
I second the motion.
I do. Okay,
All those in favor?
all those in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed?
Okay, we now know. We have no. We have a motion by Member Palacios and a second member
Spina?
Espina. Any discussion? No. Before-
I do have a question. Is the applicants, are they here today?
Yes, they are.
All right, and they're okay with the losing that foot on the backside? Okay, that was my only question.
We did run it past them previously,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, that was my only question. I have a small backyard, but I have really big side backyard, so I understand, so.
So now, so we approve the approval with modification.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to item number 5, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion by Member Espina and a second by Member Skiller. All those in favor say aye.
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 Meeting adjourned at 6:45. Thank you.